Welcome, Pisces. The month of May marks the third intense month in a row for energy. We enter the month with Pluto going retrograde. And then, of course, we have the lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Venus, Mars, and Jupiter will all move signs. Mercury comes out of retrograde, so it starts going forward for us. The sun will go into Gemini. The new moon in Taurus. We have a lot to talk about. Hi, I'm Tilly, and this is your monthly focus for May 2023. By the end of this video, you should be able to harness the energy to bring in success into your life. And just to let you know, okay, these readings are actually you can apply them to your sun, your moon, and your rising signs. Now, the sun represents us, our ego, our motivations. The moon is about our feelings, love, emotion. The rising sign is the energy that we put out into the world. So if you don't know your moon or rising sign, simply go to my website, tilly.today, click Astro Reports, and under that you want to click Free Simplified Natal Reports. Put in your info, hit submit, boom. You got a totally free natal chart that will supply you with this information, what it means, and more. Okay, let's move ahead. First, let's look at the planets, their movement, and what this means for you. So on May 1st, Pluto goes stationary retrograde. So Pluto came in for a brief time into Aquarius and now is starting to go backwards into Capricorn. And it'll stay there for the remainder of the year. In 2024, it will come back into Aquarius and stay there till 2044. So this is the time to really journal in your life, because you're over the next year and a half, you're going to be walking over some intense energy that is really going to define the next 20 years of your life. Okay? Pluto is your power, your empowerment, how you gain power. Now, I personally love Pluto in retrograde, and for this reason, okay, because Pluto is our power source. Pluto is our intense warrior. And Pluto will take us forward regardless of the cost at times. And sometimes we do get that energy. That's how we end up in those. It's Pluto pushing us forward and pushing us forward. The problem is when Pluto is pushing us forward in a certain way, our focus is there, and we miss out on all of this. All of the opportunities, all of the adventures, all of the learning experiences that we could have had. So when Pluto goes retrograde, now those blinders come off. So you start to see things in your life. Now for you, it's in your 12th house. So, yeah, it is a little bit about endings. Over the next 20 years, you're going to be clearing out a lot of things in your life. You're going to invite some new things in, and you're going to clear those things out too. But it's not just about that, okay? It's about finding your hidden talents under this kind of energy. You might find out that you have a knack for something that you never thought in a million years. You weren't even interested in it. You saw it once and went, what the heck is that all about? And you walked away. You find that there's this passion, there's this raw energy inside of you that you can make it work like no other can. So there's that. There's also the metaphysical world, okay? You might be drawn more towards spirituality, and you can be extremely empowered over the next 20 years of your life of building a skill, of building one of the tools that you were giving. Maybe you're a clairvoyant, maybe you're a medium, maybe you're a psychic, whatever it might be. Maybe you're interested in astrology. You can just look at a chart and you can start talking and you just know it. I struggle with it personally, but I am learning, and it is getting easier, but I struggle with that. But some people are just, boom, they look at a chart and they know it. And they can tell you so much in a brief period of time. So it could be the metaphysical, absolutely. It is about death and rebirth. So it is about ending things so that you can have this rebirth, maybe of yourself, maybe of a part of your life. Maybe it's your relationships, maybe it's work, career. Maybe it's bringing out those talents and abilities and utilizing them in some way. On May the 5th, the full moon, the lunar eclipse will be in Scorpio. And for you, that is the ninth house. So that is about adventure and travel. Okay, so you might get the travel bug. Places that you've never been. Maybe you keep going to the same place for your vacation time and whatnot. And I think, this is a time when you say, no more of that. I'm going to step into something new and different. I'm tired of it being the same old every time we go. It's not like a holiday anymore. It could be something like that. You could be moving countries, okay, that you've had enough of being in this country. You want to go and explore and be a citizen in this country. It could be stuff like that. It could also be things, a closure on some learning experience. I think you're going to open up your mind over the next several months to all kinds of new things. And so the things that you have been studying, you have been paying attention to, you might be closing those chapters as you go forward to reopen new chapters in your life, or to open new chapters in your life. Maybe reopen a past chapter in your life as well. And you're not going to spend an extremely long time in any of these learning experiences before you want the next level, the next level, the next level, and then put that away and learn something else. And it's like you're bringing so many different tools into your toolbox during this time, if you allow it to be. May 7th, Venus moves into Cancer. Venus moving into Cancer for you is your 5th house. So it is about, celebrating life, being in the moment, giggling and laughing, be present in it, enjoy it to the fullest. You see the beauty in things, you see the laughter in things, you see the love in things. It could even be a little bit of a lucky streak when it comes to money for you. On May 15th, Mercury goes stationary direct. Now that just sets the tone for all the Taurus energy that you're about to feel, okay? Because on May 15th, Mercury goes stationary direct, which means you've already been feeling some of this energy. May 16th, Jupiter leaves Aries and goes into Taurus. On May 19th, we have a new moon in Taurus at 28 degrees, no doubt. So anyways, that is all in Taurus for you, and that is all about your transformation. That is about planting the seeds. That is about, it's about your communication. It's what you're communicating, what you're reading, what you're taking in, what you're learning, what you're teaching, how you communicate, perhaps. It is the expansion of your transformation. So where you thought you were going to transform your life and you were going to go from being a secretary to an x-ray technician, now you want to be the doctor. Now you want to be the doctor. So that kind of energy can show up quite easily under this energy for you. Now, May 20th, Mars will enter Leo. For you, that is your health and well-being. So Mars wants success, and it meets a challenge. So if you're feeling under the weather, Mars goes to work right away on getting you fit and better to go forward. If you ever needed an energy to pick you up when you're not feeling well, it would be Mars, because Mars drives you home. It wants success. It wants you feeling better, and it will do whatever it takes. So if you have some kind of physiotherapy or something, Mars is saying, let's go. We got to do this. We want to feel healthy. We want to be able to walk and run and catch a ball. We got to show up to do this, because Mars will meet the challenge, but only for the success, and will drive you towards those successes. So anything when it comes to your health, your well-being, habits and behaviors as well. Okay? If you want to change something in your life, Mars is there to make sure you accomplish it. On May 21st, the Sun will enter Gemini, and the Sun will be on home and family. So what kind of new things do you want to invite into home and family? How do you make it a space full of harmony, a space full of a feeling of safety, of comfort? Maybe you're redecorating, maybe you're moving, maybe it's having conversations with those within the family to bring in that kind of energy. Okay, let's go to the cards. The dogs are getting a little impatient because it is past our bedtime, but I gotta get these done. I gotta get them to you. I got so much to do. I gotta get these off my plate so I can move to the next thing. Mars must be helping me in some way. The shadow energy, the underlying energy, I should call it, is the Five of Cups. Okay, so don't get lost in those things that you didn't work for you in your yesterday. Okay, don't get lost in you didn't do this right. You should have said that. You shouldn't have done that. Don't get lost. And I tried that. I was a complete failure. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't have the knack for that. I'm not going to try it again. Be careful of this energy, okay? It's just like a really bad rabbit hole that you can go down to so easily throughout the month of May, okay? What you need to do is when you have those thoughts, you need to turn around and you need to see those two cups standing straight up, waiting to be filled with abundance, with joy, with happiness, with love. So be very conscious of your thoughts. Be very conscious of your dreams. Okay? And if you catch yourself in a negative going down that rabbit hole experience, quickly say cancel, cancel, stop, stop, delete, delete, whatever you want to use, and put in the things that you want to create in your life. The abundance you want to come into your life, the love that you want to come into your life. Our first card is the Five of Swords. I'm getting this as a very defensive kind of energy for this month. I don't usually get this with this card, but I am getting it in. So this is the way I'm reading it for these readings, at least, is sometimes we have to stand our ground, right? Absolutely. Can't let people walk over us or push their opinions onto us. We have minds of our own. But sometimes what happens is we make a decision in our mind and we say, no, it's my way or the highway. I won't listen to you. I don't care what you have to say. I've thought this through. We're doing it my way. And that's it. I'm right. You're wrong. Just accept it and we can move on. We can agree to disagree. And that might not be the best approach because you will alienate yourself from some people. Okay? So be mindful of that and listen to them. And don't let a healthy ego is good because a healthy ego will say, you know what, I never looked at it that way before. I'm glad you actually brought that up because now I'm going to think about that. Or why don't you show me what you're talking about? You've piqued my curiosity. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't be asking you to do this. And it takes a very strong ego, a healthy ego, to say words like that. Now, a weak, unhealthy, negative ego will say, I'm right, and that's all there is to it. I don't even care if they proved it that they're right because I was really right. I mean, that will work what they're saying, but it doesn't apply, not like they think it does. And still trying to prove to yourself that you are right. Okay, we don't have to be right all the time. In fact, if you're human, it is a flaw. We are wrong sometimes. We have the Seven of Cups. Don't be too quick to choose a path, to choose a cup, to say, I want this and I want this now, because you might not in the long run. This is about really thinking through, make a list of what you want to bring into your world. Make a list of things that you want to celebrate in your world. Make a list of things that you want to create or give birth to in this world. And that could be a whole new you. That could be parts of your environment. It could be within your relationships. And really think things through before you say, this is the way I'm going. These are the people I hang with. These are my thoughts and my beliefs. And we have the Justice card. You're the only one who got the Justice card today. So, the Justice card, or for this month, I should say. The Justice card is making a commitment to yourself. Showing up and giving yourself focus. Focus on that commitment. Focus on that promise you made to yourself. You need to walk with a sense of integrity, and you need to cut away anything that does not belong, anything that doesn't bring value to your life. You can't accept it in your life anymore before you turn and go forward. You don't want to be burdened with it. You don't want things that weigh you down, burden you, tire you out, zap you of your energy. It's time for the new, improved you to go forward, which means that you have to make a promise to your goal, your dream, your desire. Make a commitment to your goal, your dream, your desire, and then show up and start working towards your goal, your dream, your desire. And anything that's not a part of that, that's what we need to cut away, because it's holding us back from where we want our focus to be. Now, for work and career, we have the Five of Wands. Working well with others. This could be work that involves team play, debates. Everybody comes together, everybody has an opinion, everybody makes it work or fail kind of energy. We all show up and we do our part within the workplace, and it's up to us to show up and be our best and do our best in the workplace, but so does everybody else. So, don't be opinionated on how they do it and why they do it, so long as they are getting the job done and they are successful in the way they do it, okay? Nobody has to be a mold of exactly what you do, because you are a unique person and they are a unique person. And recognizing that they have talents and abilities that you don't have, and you have talents and abilities that they don't have. And it's about working together and building a success with the help of other people. And of course, there's even a little bit of competition involved, right? We all want to be first in line. It's another flaw of being human. For relationships, we have the Hangman. So rather than jumping into relationships this month, pull it back a little bit. If you are looking for a relationship, then what kind of relationship are you looking for? What kind of timeline, what kind of energy do you have to give to a relationship? Do you have even time in your schedule to say hello to somebody, sit down and have a coffee with them, go out for dinner, go for a moonlit walk? Do you have that kind of time? Do you have to make that kind of time? Are there things in your life that you need to change in order to be able to bring somebody into your life? So ask yourself these questions. It's being in the moment. It's appreciating the moment. It's being present within the relationship, just not being around them, but being present, listening to them, talking to them, doing things, activities with them. And really think it through. Really think what you want in a relationship and what you do within relationships. If this is a relationship where you want to, ignite it with energy again, then back it up and think it through. And I've said this 4 or 5 videos now. I've said this. Tony Robbins says, treat every day like the first day and you'll never have a last, which is don't lose the magic. And if you lost the magic, then go back to the beginning, okay? When you couldn't wait to be with them. When you didn't want the night to end. When you could instantly clear your calendar of everything because they said they had a little bit of time they could be with you. That magic spark, and bring that alive again. And look for that magic spark when you're out there and you're dating and you're trying to find somebody. See if they have that magic spark. The Ten of Cups. Now, the Ten of Cups is in your, how do I use my spirituality, Tilly, in order to go forward in the way I want? And it's the Ten of Cups. It's imagining the very best. It's imagining your best life ever. That's exactly how to use the energy. Through gratitude journals, through affirmations, through meditation, prayer, contemplation, getting out and getting grounded in nature. Go for a walk, breathe in the air, feel the sun on your face, feel the energy. Okay, I was just reading this thing where we used to all sleep on the ground or very low to the ground. We didn't have these beds on the 25th floor. We slept, and we would download the information from the earth in order to have the balance, in order to know that that plant is poisonous and that plant will help. We've lost that. We've disconnected from it. So, if you can, take off your shoes, feel those blades of grass going in between your toes, or maybe those grains of sand. And expect your best life ever to appear. I think that is key. To say it out loud and then expect it to show up. And you know it's going to show up in its own divine timing. So you do what you can while you're waiting for it to appear. Health and well-being, the Chariot. Pull it back, okay? Are you taking care of yourself in the way you should? What's your daily routine look like? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating well? You got enough exercise happening in your life? Do you partake in maybe some of the lesser things that, smoking and drinking? And when I grew up, that was, you wore a badge if you drank and smoked. The doctor said you could smoke in the hospital while you're visiting somebody, smoke in the movie theater, smoke on the airplane. But was it healthy for any of us? Absolutely not. And we finally woke up and said, whoa, 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 we got to change things here. We can't have smoke-filled rooms all over the planet. This is about backing it up. This is about thinking about our health and our well-being. And before we go forward, it's not diving into the next diet you heard of or the magic pill that they're advertising on TikTok or something. You want to research it. You want to say, does this really work for me? Does this work for my metabolism? Does this work for my time restraints? Does this work with my energy that I have right now? Will this work better with something else? Will something else actually put this in detriment if I use it? Really get to know some of the steps that you can take in order to live a very healthy life. And remember, in order to really have our true health, it is mind, body, spirit, and environment that we need to work on. Okay. We will get a Nature Whispers card. And we have Potential Gateway. I kid you not. 50. The 5 energy appears. 5 energy, we're very busy, but you know what? It's all about the giggles and the laughters and the smile and the joy and our creativity and utilizing all of that to keep joy in our life. Constant. So I will hold it up because there's always pictures within pictures. As you look, you'll see more and more things. So I'll hold it up there for you. Maybe something calls out to you. A new course on route is coming into your awareness. It's a time to utilize your knowledge and complete the task at hand. As you finish one aspect of your life, begin thinking about what you'd like to do next. This is a part of your life's journey. You are constantly shifting and developing. You may feel contentment, fulfillment, and pride because you have accomplished something. There is a productivity and a reward as a bonus for your efforts. The good fortune you realize is evidence that you are putting in sufficient energy into your life's journey to get out all of it that you desire. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.